Hello everybody, this is VerticalSandwich and welcome back to Let's Play Crash Bandicoot-The Wrath of Cortex, and we just beat the fire boss, which was Mark Hamill, so I won't be hearing from him again, and this will be the first level of the Wind World or whatever. So here's our Wind boss.
The Crash Bandicoot, eh? Oh, I've heard so much about you, and this is the hero I have to blow away? Ha! Seems like a bunch of hot air to me.
Yeah, I think that's just really punny and just weak. This is the weakest performance. So this is a Coco level. So again, we won't have any of our abilities. We won't be able to double jump or spin and glide and things like that. So it's kind of a shame. But she can still kick some butt because she's Coco Bandicoot. Yay, Coco Bandicoot. Okay, so onward and upward and stuff. I don't know how how you could possibly get that TNT extra guy. It doesn't make any sense to me. And we'll just, yeah, I mean, like, we got it and died. It's not. I guess it's a net gain of 0. So whatever. Okay, so how's everybody doing? We're great. We want to see Coco kick some skiers. I don't know if that'll be possible. She can do like a leg sweep. Oh, that's crazy. I had never seen that before, that she could do that. That's so weird. That's basically the spin button, like, on the ground. So weird. I know what you'd ever use that for. Like, this is not Tenshu. Like, we don't have to do... Oh my god! See, there's an LP for you right there. Is Tenshu Stealth Assassin. When I was in high school, this friend of mine would play Tenshu, and every time he like dropped down behind a guy and like cut his throat, he'd just scream. He'd be like, "Bwah!" Just like at the top of his lungs. Like, it was just so crazy watching him play that game. Anyway, yes, that's what I did in high school. I watched other people play Tenshu Stealth Assassin. Alright, we got some lag issues here. It's a shame. So yeah, so this is our little bonus area, and we may or may not get through this. The upside, I guess, of the Coco levels is that, like, none of them are built to require the kind of abilities that Crash gains later on. The downside is that they're based largely on kind of game playing skill. Like, they'll set up boxes that you have to very gingerly kind of jump to and things like that. So, and that is definitely not my strong point as a gamer. And we got through it. That's the first one we've gotten. Well, I think it's the first one we've gotten through as Coco anyway. So that was not impossible. It's good for us. Oh, that's horrible! Oh my god, that didn't happen. Pretend that didn't happen. You didn't see that. Oh my god, that didn't happen either. None of this stuff is happening, people. None of it. I'm doing excellent. Alright, well, wait for that guy to get out of our way. We're gonna die again. Because I'm not so sad that I would die at the exact same thing twice in a row, hopefully. I shouldn't say that because it'll end up happening. Like on these, yeah, on these nitro boxes or something. This looks a lot harder than it is. They make you want to look like you're slipping and sliding and stuff, but you can control yourself well enough to go from side to side, and you can jump to avoid this stuff, so it's actually not that big a deal. You know, again, like I said, it looks hard. I mean, like when you watch it, it's just like, oh, that looks rough, but it's not. And this is kind of obvious when you think about, obviously we were gonna do this. Like, this whole level's just been building up to snowboarding in front of an avalanche. So, which, that's actually, every winter, that's my life right there, is me, racing ahead of avalanches on a snowboard. Then I go off this cliff and deploy a parachute, and then end up, being a double agent for no, not a double agent. Double agents are bad. A secret agent for my country, and then I always get the girl and play blackjack with bad guys and drink martinis. That's my life, everybody. That's a summary of what VerticalSandwich does on his day off. Well, what day off? I'm unemployed. Anyway, so here's our power crystal. We made it through all that stuff. That was reasonably painless. So. Alright, and there we go. Hooray! Okay, we'll put our power crystal in. We're back to Crash again, obviously, because you didn't see that loading screen where we switched places, so... And it looks like Droid Void is our next one. So that would have been far more appropriate for the Mark Hamill voice thing. They have droid levels. So this will be our first of, like, many levels that are kind of science-y robot themed. Because that's a big, and those are obviously rotating lasers there. It's a big Cortex thing, you know? He's a scientist. He's a mad scientist. So there's gonna be some space age looking levels. If you play Warped, there actually are levels that are just like Future World, I think is like the name of one of them, and you're just like, oh, that's creative, guys. I mean, none of that is as creative as like this game actually has some pretty creative titles. I mean, like again, H2O no, that's gonna be my favorite thing ever. Like H2O no, oh man, perfect. But some of the, I mean, like it's just weird. Like in Warped, they're just not that well done. Like there's one where you're running around to the light of fireflies, and it's just called Bug Light. And it's like, Bug Light? Really? Like, I don't know. And I think it's supposed to be a pun on like Bud Light, because it's like L-I-T-E, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Don't ask me how the economy works. Alright. Sorry, random Simpsons quote there. We're not doing Simpsons games right now. Oh, I forgot that this stupid thing's electrified. Alright, well this is a pain in the butt. What we gotta do here is that this one will periodically electrify itself up on top, and you'll let go. It'll also periodically electrify itself on the bottom. So, what you've got to do is get over here, and you're supposed to like drop, and then jump up, and then drop, and jump up. But there are these blocks, so you can just run along the bottom here. You know, you never have to go back up. When we're doing our box collection, we'll, you know, we can do that. However, you know, when we're doing our box collection, we'll actually have something that'll help us get that box without... I completely forgot about the fact that that was going to electrify itself. And thinking of talking about box collections and stuff, and thinking about methods for getting stuff off of there, and... We got it this time, though. I mean, I know how to do it. I've done it before. It's just, like, have just not been paying attention to the rules of Bandicoot physics. And it's not, I mean, actually getting caught on the bottom is the big deal. It's not, getting, like, because the top, again, it just makes you let go. So. Which is kind of weird. I mean, they could have made it where the top electrifies you and stuff, but. I guess not. I guess they just weren't feeling particularly vindictive and mean when they were making this game. They were just like, oh, take it easy on the kids. But, I would have made it harder. I mean, I shouldn't complain. I mean, like, I don't know how much... There's a fine line in video games. There's a fine line between making things, like, so hard that you have to obsessively play them to the point that you just get sick of and never want to see them again, and making things, you know, challenging. That was a big thing with Vice City when I was doing GTA Vice City, is, like, there's a huge jump between... Vice City is about the perfect combination of, like, hard... so that it's challenging and not too hard, but then you play San Andreas, and that game's impossibly hard. And not just the basic story mission. I mean, like 100%ing that game is just too many races. It's too big of an environment. It's too much stuff. So. But yeah, I mean, I actually think that they made a mistake that way in the Final Fantasy series. Like, 8 was like the last Final Fantasy game with like a super hard boss. The boss in 10 is laughably easy. You know, and the boss in 10-2 is even easier. I don't remember about the boss in 12. I mean, I beat it. I don't remember it being particularly hard. You know, but even the boss in 7, like Sephiroth in 7, like, was rough the second time through when you had to fight him or whatever, the last time through. I don't remember how many times you had to fight him in that game. It's been so long. It's been so many years. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much harder I would actually make a game like this if I were making it. I mean, like, this one actually seems to be doing a pretty good job. It's different enough from Warped, and the specialty levels are really hard. That, You know, it's that Firefly level, that sinking feeling, that was rough. I had trouble with that. I honestly did, I tell you. I honestly did. And I don't know what the thing with this robotic suit is. I mean, it's the robotic suit we use to fight the fire guy. So, I mean, I don't know why suddenly this is an accessory for levels, but it is. But it does come with this cannon. It's a little awkward, but you know, you're gonna have to. The fruit cannon is coming up. It's our next power. Sorry to break, you know, the mystique of what's gonna happen next. But the next thing we're gonna get is a fruit cannon all the time, and it's essential for the box collecting jewels. I mean, there are some levels where it's just easier to shoot stuff. And that was really dumb, but again, you know, it's I gotta say, it is easier to make these mistakes when you're talking. Not that I'm blaming you guys. I mean, like, I'm talking to you because I want to talk to you, and like I really like talking to you, but it does make it easier to do things like just jump without thinking, or forget to jump, or because you're thinking about whatever you're talking about. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Something about, I don't know. Oh, fruit cannon. Yeah, fruit cannon operates exactly like this, becomes a permanent part of your thing, and like for the box collecting missions, you need it. It's just easier to get, you know, boxes that you'd have to get with perfect jumps and stuff. You can just turn around and shoot them, and it's a good deal. But so the abilities on here are, I think, exactly the same as the ones in Warp. The first one might be different. I don't know if you get the tiptoe one in Warp, but you definitely get the last four are identical. So if you've played Warp, they just spoiled the whole thing for you. I don't remember either if the boss fights are. I know that the first boss fight was far easier in Warp than it was in this one, because it was just, you know, jump out of a guy's way, sticks a fork in the ground, and gets stuck, and you hit him. Like, that was the whole boss fight. And this one, it was like the rolling around and hitting those rocks. It was so crazy. So yeah, so these levels are going to get a little longer too, and it has everything to do with their difficulty level, and the level of care I take in them, because they're more difficult, so. You'll see me doing things like this, like making it a point to blow up nitro boxes, although in this level it's kind of required. I mean, you're obviously meant to shoot this one to get these guys. So. You know, that stuff takes a little more time. I mean, obviously we're going to have to do speed runs of these levels and stuff. Some of these I am not looking forward to. Like, some of the ones I had trouble with, I'm just looking at and going like, I don't know, I'm going to speed run that stupid Firefly, that sinking feeling. I don't know how I'm going to speed run that. I mean, because it's just like, I did it as fast as I could. Like, I can't see myself doing it much faster. I mean, although the boxes will have turned to the, like, the boxes that stop the clock, so that'll help us. So anyway, we may not get this done in time to include it with the last level, and that would be a shame. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't put 2 levels in one video. But, yeah, I'm not gonna rush things just to fit us into one stupid time frame or whatever. But we've already got the power crystal on this level. We should make it. Yeah, I mean, like, we shouldn't have any trouble. I would hope. Oh, we get. Oh, he blows up by himself. Yeah, there's the end. All right. Well, when we're done with this, I'll be turning it off, and you folks have a good time. And thanks for watching. You guys take care. I'll talk to you.